Good morning, children. Sai Ram. I again welcome you all to the online class of economics. Children, today I am again going to continue with the same chapter, that is chapter number 2, and the name of our chapter is 5-year plans in India, that is goal and achievement. Children, this is your third video of this chapter, and in the previous two videos we have already learned what is economic planning, need of planning in India, thereafter directive planning and comprehensive planning, the type of economies, the capitalist economy, the socialist economy, and the mixed economy. We do have learn the long period goals of planning in India. And in today's video, what we are going to learn, we are going to learn the short term goals of planning in India, the success of planning, and the failures of planning in India. So, children, let us start with our first topic, that is short period goals of planning in India. Children, as I already explained you in the last video, that long period goals are common to all the 5-year plans and are therefore generally studied as the common goals of 5-year plans or the objective of the planning. Now in today's video we are going to learn as the short period goals of planning in India. So short period goals, or we can say that the short term goals. So children, the short period goals are the plan specific and are generally studied as the objective of plans. So depending on the ground realities, each plan is designed as a distinct plan with a distinct set of objectives. So it must, however, be made amply clear that the objectives of the planning and objectives of planning are not to contradict but complement to each other. So in truly speaking, we can say that the short period objectives refers to plan strategy with a view to achieve the long term objectives of planning in India, or you can say the common goals of 5-year planning. So now one question is arises, why should plan have goals? So children, a plan should have goals because without goals there is no planning. And in fact, planning is defined as a strategy that defines how to allocate the country's scarce resources to different uses with a view to achieving a given set of goals. So these goals often relate to growth and justice. So, children, some of the short period goals, or you can say short term objectives, vary from plan to plan, which is depending on the current need of the economy. So, broadly, plans to plans objective was specified as under. So, children, one thing I want to clear here, that when the first 5-year plan was initiated, the country was battling with severe shortage of food grains. So, accordingly, the first 5-year plan was focused on the higher agricultural production as a principal objective. Now, we are going to learn our first 5-year plans. Children, our first 5-year plan was launched on 1st April 1951 to 31st March 1956. The first Prime Minister of India, that is Jawaharlal Nehru, presented the first plan to the Parliament in India on December 8, 1951. The major objectives of this 5-year plan was, the primary aim was to improve the living standard of the people of India. This was done by making use of India's natural resources, and the total expenditure was worth rupees 2069 crores. The target set for the growth in the GDP was 2.1% every year. So now see with this 5-year plans what we have achieved. Now the achievement of this 5-year plan was in reality GDP of 3.6% per annum was achieved. We have planned for 2.1%, but we have achieved 3.6% of GDP growth in this first 5-year plan. The following irrigation projects were started during this period. Like we have started the Metro Dam, thereafter Hirakund Dam and Bhakra Dam. Then rehabilitations of the landless workers whose mainly occupations was agriculture. Soil conservation was given importance. Efforts in improving the posts and telegrams, railway services, road traffic, civil aviations were taken, and sufficient funds were allocated for the industrial sector, and measures were taken for the growth of small scale industries. This was the achievement of this 5-year plans, the first 5-year plans. Now let us move on to the second 5-year plans. So children, the second 5-year plans was started again from 1st April 1956 to 31st March 1961. So the second 5-year plan function on the basis of Professor P.C. Mahalanobis model. It was propounded by the famous statisticians Prashanta Chandra Mahalanobis in the year 1953. So his model addressed different from the issues pertaining to the economic development. This plan attempted to determine the optimum utilization of investments between the productive services in order to maximize the long-term economic growth. I mean, in this 5-year plans, we are shifting from the agriculture to the industrial sector, and we are majorly focused to increase or to maximize the long-term economic growth. What were the assumptions which is made by the Professor Mahalanobis model? The first is, according to this model, children, it is assumed that every economy is closed and has two segments, that is segment for consumption goods and segments for capital goods. I mean, with this model we will understand that the 5-year plans were majorly focused on the production of the consumable goods and the capital goods, and because from this second 5-year plans, the industrial sector was given enough edge. What was the objective behind the second 5-year plan? Focused on the industry, especially the heavy industrial sector. So as I just said, the second 5-year plans are majorly focused on improving the industrial sector. The Indian government boosted manufacturing of industrial goods in the country, and this was done primarily to develop the public sector. What we have achieved in this, five steel mills at Bhilai, Durgapur, Rourkela, and Jamshedpur were set up. I mean, we have already started in this 5-year plan the five steel mills situated in the different places, like first in Bhilai, then Durgapur, Rourkela, Jamshedpur. This were the five steel mills were set up. Then the hydroelectrical power plants were formed, coal productions was increased, railway lines were added in the northeast. Atomic Energy Commission was formed in the year 1957 with Homi Jahangir Baba as the first chairman, and Tata Industries of the Foundation Research was born. So this was a major increment in the field of industrial sector. Now let us move on to the next plan, the third 5-year plans. The tenure is in the year 1961 to 1966. So children, the third 5-year plan was started again from 1st April 1961 to 31st March 1966. The third plan stressed on agriculture and improving production of rice, But the brief Sino-Indian Wars in the 1962 exposed weakness in the economy and shift the focus towards the defense. I mean, under this 5-year plans, we are too working for the growth and the development of India. But in this duration, there was a fight uh, commenced, and at that amount of time, we are focusing on on the we are basically focused on the defense. So the war led to the inflation, and the priority was shifted to price stabilizing. There was a war just because of the inflation as well, and at that point of time, we are majorly working on the priority basis to control the price inflation. I mean, to stabilize the prices, increasing in the national income by 5% per annum. This was the objective, mini- minimizing the rate of unemployment and ensuring the people enjoy equal rights in the country. So this was basically our objectives and what we have achieved, children. We have achieved the construction of dams continued in this 5-year plans. Also the construction of dams was again continued, and many cement and fertilizers plants were also built. Punjab began producing an abundance of wheat. Many primary schools were started in the rural areas. The panchayat elections were started in the state were given more development responsibilities, and the state electricity boards and the secondary education boards were also formed. This was the achievement in the third 5-year plans. Now we're talking about the fourth 5-year plan. This fourth 5-year plans were again continue from 1st April 1969 to 31st March 1974. And in this duration, children, Indira Gandhi was a prime minister. The objective of this fourth 5-year plan was India had to reform and restructured in expenditure agents following the attack of India in the year 1962, and for the second time in the year 1965. So children, as you all know, in this year in this year, like in 1960 to 1965, we had a fight with the China, and we are majorly focusing on this fight basically. And due to recession, children, famine, and drought, India did not pay much heed to long term goals. And just because of this recession, children, there is everywhere the condition of drought happens, and India did not pay much interest, the much heed to the long term goals. So, need for foreign reserve was felt. As we all know, in the year 1965, we had a fight with the China, so we need the condition of India was not good up till that particular time, and India need the foreign the currencies to purchase the arms and ammunitions. So this was the condition at that point of time in the fourth 5-year plan. Now what we have achieved, basically what we have achieved, and still in the Indira Gandhi government nationalized the 14 major Indian banks. So in this duration, the 14 Indian banks, the national banks, were nationalized. Fund unmarked for the industrial development had to be used for the war effect. Whatever the fund we have generated is used for the for the war effect. Green revolution in India advanced agriculture and the food grains production increased to bring out the self-sufficiency in the production. So this was the achievement of the fourth 5-year plan. Now see, in the year fifth 5-year plans, the tenure is 1974 to 1979. So what was the objective behind this fifth 5-year plan? Children, in fifth 5-year plan, the major objective was the world economy was in troublesome state, which had a negative impact on the Indian economy. Therefore, the priority was given to the food and energy sectors and improving the scope of self employment through a well integrated program we have launched. And the major focus is to reduce the poverty and improving the agricultural condition by implementing the land reforms measures. So, in the fifth 5 year plans, we are again focusing on improving the condition of agricultural sector. For this, we have initiated some implementing in the land reforms in the agricultural sector. Then what we have achieved, children? We have achieved in this the Electricity Supply Act was enacted in the year 1975, which enabled the central government to enter into the power generation and transmission. Importance of labor intensive production techniques, the technology in India. This we have increase in the supply of food grains and export of minerals, enhancing the import substitutions in the sphere, including the chemical papers, mill and equipments. This we have achieved in the fifth 5 year plan. Then we have six 5 year plans, which was started in the year 1980 to 1985. This was the tenure of the six 5 year plans. The six 5 year plans is also referred to Janta Government Plan, which marked as a reversal of the Nehruvian model. So the objective behind is this: the Rajiv Gandhi was elected as the Prime Minister. He aimed for a rapid industrial growth, especially in the areas of the information technology. Progress was slow, however, the parties, because of the caution of the Party of Labour and the communist leaders, there was internally fight in between the Congress. That is why the progress, which seems to be quite less. What we have achieved in this, children, the Indian National Highway System was introduced to the first come, and many roads were witnessed to accommodate the increasing traffic. We have increased the we are working to improve the you can say the highway system in India. Tourism also expanded. The six 5 year plans marked in the beginning of the industrial or economic liberalization. Family planning was implemented to the first time in India, and the price control were eliminated and the ration shop were closed. This led to an increase in the food prices and an increased cost of living. Now, children, we are moving on to the seventh 5 year plan, which was started in the year 1985 to 1950. 1985 to 1989. So, before this, let us see first the period between 1989 to 1991. Children, as you know, the seventh 5 year plan was started from the year 1985 to 1989. The thrust areas of the seventh 5 year plan has been enlisted below. Now we are basically working on improving the social justice, the introduction and the application of the modern technology, the agricultural development, anti-poverty programs, assuring the essential of food, shelter, and clothing to the people, increasing the productivity of the small and the large-scale farmers, making India an independent economy. So this was the objective behind the seventh 5 year plans. Now, what we have achieved in this, children, what we have is achieved, India strove to bring about a self-sustained economy in the country with valuable contribution from volunteer agencies and the general populace. Care was taken to establish a harmony in all the sectors that are contained in the economy. The government of India also struck to maintain a balance in the economy, and by striking a balance within the export and imports. I mean, The seventh five-year plan, children, were in a condition to, we actually want that we should be, I mean, the country should have been a self reliant, a self dependent economy. The country want that they should not depend upon any foreign countries to improve the various goods and services to complete or to I mean to complete the current the needs of the people. So this was the objectives taken behind this seventh five-year plans. Now let us learn thereafter the period between 1981, 1989 to 1991. So children, in the year 1991, as you know, India faced a crisis in the foreign exchange reserve, and PV Narasimha Rao was the 12th Prime Minister and led the most important administration in the India's modern history, overseeing a major economic transformation and several incidents affecting the national security. And Dr. Manmohan Singh launched India's free market reforms that brought the nearby bankrupt in nation back from the edge. So, in this beginning of privatization and liberalization in India, I mean, in July 1991, a new economic policy was started by by the finance minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, and which improved the economic conditions of India a lot. Now, children, we are going to learn the eighth five-year plan starting from 1992 to 1991. So, this plan cannot be termed as can be termed as Rao and Manmohan model of economic development. The objective behind this eighth five-year plan is modernization of industries as a major highlight of the eighth plan, containing population growth, poverty reduce employment opportunities, strengthening the infrastructure, institutional building, and human resource development. So this was the objective behind this eighth five-year plans. Now, what we have achieved: production of food increased to 176.22 millions from 51 millions, which was a huge in comparison to the previous years. Energy was given a priority with 26.6% of the outlay. India also became a member of the World Trade Organization on 1st January 1995, and an average of annual growth of 6.7% against the target 5.6 was achieved. So just because of the major contribution by Dr. Manmohan Singh, now India was in safer hands. Now the ninth five-year plans, it was started in between 1997 to 2002. The objective behind is to prioritize the agricultural sector, the rural development, to generate the employment opportunities and promote the poverty reduction, to stabilize the price in order to accelerate the growth rate of the economy, to provide the basic facilities like education for all, safe drinking water, primary health care, transport, energy, to increase the social issues like women empowerment, conservation of the certain benefits of the special groups of the society. So this was some of the major and basic objectives behind this ninth five-year plan. What we achieved in this: it was a tool for solving the economic and the social problems existing in India. The growth rate was 5.35%, a percentage point lower than the target GDP of 6.7%. Then we have the 10th five-year plan. The tenure is 2002 to 2007. These are some of the objectives behind this, like poverty ratio be 5% point by 2007. Gender gap should gender gaps in uh, literacy and the wage rate by at least 50% by 2007. This was the objective, to reduce certain gaps in the economy, We want to reduce the poverty ratio by 5%. We want to reduce the gender gap in literacy and the wage rate by at least 50%. Infant mortality rate to 45 per 1000 live birth by 2007, and by 28 by the year 2017. Maternal mortality rate to per 1000 live births by 2007, and 1 by 2002. This was the objective to reduce the growing percentage in these areas. Now we want to increase basically the literacy rate up to 75%. The forest and trees covered at least this percent and this percent in the year 2012. Now, what we have achieved, children, all villagers have to sustain across to potable drinking water, cleaning cleaning of all major populated rivers by 2007. Economic growth fully further accelerated during this year and crossed above 8% by 2006. Provide gainful and high quality empowerment at least to additional of the labor force, and all children in India in school by 2003, and to complete 5 year of schooling by the year 2007. So this was the objective behind this. Now the 11th 5 year plan was started in between 2007 to 2012. The objective behind this, the GDP growth to 10%, increase agriculture GDP contribution to 4% per year to ensure a wide spread of benefits, create 70 millions new work opportunities. I mean, to increase the employment, and reduce infant mortality rate to 28%, and malnutrition about among children of age group 0 to 3% to half of its present value. This we are observed as an objective behind this is 11th 5 year plan. Now, children, we are moving on to the 12th 5 year plan. Children, the government on 4th October approved the 12th 5 year plan from the tenure 2012 to 17, and that was set average growth target to 8.2%. The theme of this approach paper is like faster, sustainable, and the most inclusive growth. So the objective behind this 12th 5 year plan is faster, influence, and sustainable growth. Could aim at 9% to 9.5% of economic growth, faster creation of jobs, especially in the manufacturing industry, stronger efforts at health, education, and infrastructure. What are the strategic changes behind it? Children, we have to face an intensive process within the commanding following 12 strategy challenges has been identified. The first is enhancing the capacity of the growth, enhancing skills in the faster generation employment, managing the direct and the environment, market and efficiency and inclusion, decentralization, empowerment, and formation in technology and innovations. This was the challenges we are facing in this 12th 5 year plan. Now, children, we are going to learn the achievement and the failures of planning in India. All this planning, how much they have, uh, this planning will be considered as a success, and how much they will consider as the failure. So, in this in this slide, we are going to learn the achievement as well as the failures of planning under the economic planning. The first was increase in the national income. This we have achieved. So just because of this planning, we have achieved an increase in national income, increase in per capita income, increase in the capital formation, institutional reforms in agriculture and the green revolution, development in industries, infrastructure, social services, increase in employment, and the modernization. So this was the achievement of planning of short-term and long-term goals, the objectives of planning in India. Now we are going to see the failures. Now, failures behind this is no substance increase in standard of living, rise in prices, increase in unemployment, lesser growth in agricultural sector, inequality of distribution of income and growth, shortfall in target realization, slow capital formation, unbalanced growth in different regions, lopsided industrial growth, and poor development of infrastructure. So this was the failure to behind this planning in India. So, children, this was basically all the topics what we could understand in short term goals of planning in India. We have understood each and every 5 year plans in India from 1st to 12th. What are the objectives behind this 5 year plans and what we have achieved. So, children, I hope in today's video you will understand all these topics well. So, children, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day and Sai Ram.